Hello, my crafty friends. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble my spring folder number 1. It has 3 tags. It's very simple to assemble, very simple to cut out. Has 1 corner pocket on the left. I left these blank, but you could also print this background page on the back of your tags for a more complete look. It has Waterfall, same with the Waterfall. You can print on the back. I put this together pretty quickly, so my Waterfall is a little askew. And then there is the back. I also have another version called Lemons and Blueberries. I've given it a 1/4 inch gusset, and I'll show you how to do that. And this has a bonus set of 3 extra tags. So you have a blueberry and teapot, and there's your extra lemon, another teapot, oh, these are stuck together, and that's the back. There you go. Very easy to assemble. And it also has a waterfall. And this waterfall, I took the extra reverse side and cut off the edges and just glued an extra piece here to make a little pocket. That's not necessary. Another little pocket there. That's just a little extra, something I did today. And mainly because my printer pulled my paper in sideways, so I had a big white strip here, so that's how I fixed that part. And then this is the back of the lemon and blueberry. And then we have the spring folder number 1. And one of the tricks that I have for cutting out very specifically, and this one printed too faded, so it's just kind of a what we call a workaround here. So I'm going to use my Cricut trimmer. I use my Cricut trimmer to cut everything out. But since the border is so far away, I have a hard time telling exactly where my blade is going to end up. So I have come up with a little bit of a workaround. I take a ruler and line it up with the edges here. And just make a little mark here and here. And then I do that all the way around. And that allows me to line it up with my groove. That's the best way. And mine is a little askew, so then I don't have to guess where it's at. I can cut, and it cuts perfectly. That's what you like to see, the white. Okay, so that's just a little tip on how to do that. So we'll get into the assembly of the spring folding folder number 1. And these are the tags here. And I just used my crocodile to poke a hole in those tags. So you'll have your cover. It'll be a 2-page PDF. Page 1 will be the cover, like I just showed you how I cut it out. And then page 2 is the back. If you don't want this lace to show up upside down, when you're, look at the way that your paper comes out of the printer. Mine comes out this way, so I just take it and fold it, flip it just like this, and then my top is up here. On the lemon and blueberry one, that doesn't matter. The inside is omnidirectional, I guess. So the way I made my 1/4 inch gusset here, I wanted my finished folio to to have a little bit of the back side showing here. That's just a personal preference. If you want it all lined up, then you will line it up. So I found the middle just by pinching the edges together just a little bit. Found the middle. I have my scoreboard. I put my middle right here on my black line, and I scored one slot to the right and one slot to the left of what I have marked my black line here. And that gave me a 1/4 inch gusset. So it's real easy to assemble. Let me see if my old glue bottle will work. When you get the corner pocket cut out and you score and fold on these side lines, if you notice that this sticks out just a little bit here, just trim it off, just like this, because you don't want that showing up. You want a clean edge. This one shows up just a little bit, so I'm gonna just clip a little bit of this off, keeping your point. And now that won't show. Now don't go too deep or you won't have anything to glue. Okay, let's get this glued down. And you can glue it to the left or the right, whichever side you want. I'm going to do it about a 1/4 inch up and in, just kind of eyeballing it. If I can get it to tuck under, there we go. You don't want to go up too high or your tall tags won't fit in there. Okay, so now your tallest tag will be fine right there. If you get both kits, I think the inside of this kit, if you printed it to have it just a little bit different, if you printed it with the blueberry and lemon on the inside, I think that would look good. That would be interchangeable there. So now for the hard part, the waterfall. So I have stacked the way that I want my waterfall cards to go from bottom to top. I'm going to do the book, the lantern, another book, the bonnet, and then the bee with the flowers. So I've stacked them. I have them all ready. I'm going to take my first one, and I have folded it along the line. See where my printer pulled it in sideways? Not going to matter just for this demonstration. I want to kind of find the middle here, almost line it up with the bottom of that pocket there. Inch it up, inch it up. There we go. So now my flap is under here. I'm going to pull it out. Put some glue on here. Fold it under and press it down. End of the day, I have glue everywhere. Don't we all? So another one. I'm going to kind of just eyeball it. Of course, you don't want to glue over this part. This is my decision on my height. Now I've got to turn it to make sure it lines up. Fold out my flap. Waterfalls always used to be a challenge for me, but this way I get messy, but they are lined up. Here's my book. You can use all 5 or just 4, whichever you want to use. Hold that down and then square it up with your others. Sometimes printers will print a PDF document actual size, or it will shrink it. So if for some reason your printer does not print these cards out the exact same size, just trim the big ones down. There's enough space. I forgot to change my settings one time, and it printed them just about 1/4 of an inch bigger, 2 of the tags or 2 of the Waterfall cards. So I just trimmed them down. Just a little bit of a workaround. So I've got my height, trying to keep it pretty close. I'm not an exact person, but you do want your sides pretty close. Here we go. This is art glitter glue. That I get from Amazon. This is a light purple. Not sure how it's going to show up on everyone's monitor or television, but it's a light purple. And now my bee. Let's see. Make him go right here. He's a little too high. There we go. And then you have enough room for an embellishment up here, a word tag or something. There we go. Oops, pull out my flap, glue it down. And these are on my Etsy shop as a digital kit. The Dodd Group is the name of the Etsy store. All right, so we have that. So we have the bee, a bonnet, a book, lantern, and another book. And you could take a page from an old book, cover the back of your cards if you want, and then cut them out. That would be pretty. All right, let's see how it looks. You could ink the tags, of course, and all of the elements. There you go. Once you get these glued in, smash them down, and they will lay a little flatter. Like I said, waterfalls used to be a challenge for me, but here we go. I made it work. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.